Okay, welcome back. So up to this point, we went looked on the website to see what the assignment was about. We found the images on Google. We created a folder. Then we opened up Photoshop, created a new document, and dragged everything over, which is a pretty good amount of stuff to have done so far. So we're going to take a look here. Once again, I told you we have all these files that are layered now. And the cool thing too is you'll see is you can start to reorganize them. So I want to put everything on the surface of the moon. Okay, so let's start with that. So now I have my moon picture and I want to be able to fill the entire background with my portrait. Okay, so in this case it wouldn't even matter if you wanted to say stretch it a little bit here and there, you know, fit everything in. Like I could go like this, because the one cool thing about a surreal portrait is it doesn't have to be to scale. It can be a little stretchy and distorted and goofy if there's a reason for it. I'm not a big fan if it's not. But here we go. Here's our surface of the moon. Now, could I do something funky in my image adjustments, right? You could go hue and saturation is a cool one. I could move this slider and turn the moon all these different colors. So why not? Let's pick, because we had a pink moon recently, right? It's kind of pink. So we'll do, I'll tell you what, let's do purple moon. So I'm going to keep that purple moon that we have. So that's the first thing I've already done. The next thing is I want to see, I have a rainbow. Now this is one of those images I was lucky enough to find that had no background on it. So now I can just take my rainbow here, see if I can make it fit behind the moon. Okay. So now this is actually going to call for a little bit of expertise here. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll use my eraser tool. Okay, now if you look here, you can change your brush size, see how big it is now, smaller, and you can actually go and erase. Okay, you can do a hard line like this, 100%, or a soft one. Okay, now how, you know, it looks difficult, but you're like, well, how can I get right up to the line? Well, watch this. Go to your rainbow and go to opacity and turn it down. See what it did? So now you can actually see what you need to get rid of. So I can actually go just like this and erase what I don't want and make it look like it's behind the moon. Okay? So it's pretty easy. It's just like I said, you have to have a game plan. Make sure you know what it is, what you want to do, and then you can start working on it, okay? So that's exactly what I'm doing. I just kind of had a vague idea. I pulled some images, and now I'm really just starting to try and have a little bit of fun with it right now, okay? Now, just a disclaimer, this is not going to look 100% perfect. You might see a little bit of fringing or colors dipping over because I don't want to be here all day, and neither do you, to see, you know, how this all, it's not 100% perfect. Okay. So watch this. I'll turn my opacity back up. And in some cases, you might want to leave it off or leave it where it's at. It looks kind of cool like that. So I have my rainbow all the way up. You can see I didn't get it 100% perfect right here. So I could always go back and fix that. But just for the purpose of this assignment, not a big deal. Or why not? Let's change that opacity a little. I kind of like that. So we're going to leave it like that. Okay. So now I'm starting to think, well, you know, maybe I don't like that moon anymore. How about a pizza? Let's do some pepperoni pizza right here, okay? So see how it's down here? I turned it on. You can't see it, right? Well, guess what? It's below the moon. Don't forget the eyeballs turn on and off, okay? So I'm going to move that pizza. Watch, I click and drag. And you see the little blue line? I will drag it above the rainbow and go all the way up here. And now I have my piece of pizza. So I can go and resize that. I can hold the shift key and stretch it and distort it. If I just hold it normal, I could do option and it goes from the center, holding the option key next to your keyboard. And this is cool. If I hold the command key and click on one of the corners, you go wow, and you can stretch it, make it look goofy. Okay. For the purpose of this, I don't want to get too radical with it. So let's just put it in the place of Earth. Okay. So now we have pizza Earth. Okay, so let's start getting a little bit more complicated. So the next video you're going to see is how to actually trace something out on a little bit of a complicated background. Okay, stay tuned.